everybody. I'm gonna wait for everyone to jump in. I can't wait to see you all. It's gonna be just a couple seconds until everybody can come in. It is just now 11 o'clock. Hi, as you come in, please just say hello so I can see if my comments are working. Historically, I don't have the greatest relationship with Facebook Live, but I think today is the day that changes. Hi, friend, yay! Hello to everybody. Come on in, get settled, find your space. We're gonna do some, hi, Patricia. I'm gonna see you a little bit later too. I'm excited. So we're going to get started in just a couple of seconds. I'm gonna set this space up as if we were in circle together, as friends and energetic beings. Welcome in, everybody. As you come in, say hello, and I'm gonna get started in just about 30 seconds, so we have plenty of space. Just a little bit of housekeeping. I am going to teach you guys how to move through and ignite personal power today. We're gonna talk about the mind-body connection. Hi, everybody coming in. And we're gonna talk a little bit about body codes and what that even means, how we each hold our own unique body code, unique to our ancestors, to our family, to our lineage, how we're gonna move through that. And then at the end, I'm gonna be very clear with you at the end and let you know when teaching ends. And then I'm gonna start talking about a brand new course that I've developed. But this time together right now is literally so you can be completely armed with the tool of tapping, so you can use it every day to move through normal ebbs and flows. So again, I'll talk about the course called Body Codes at the end of this, but I'll be very clear about when the teaching stops and when the course information is going to start. So if you're just here for the teaching, you can leave, okay? At that point, don't leave yet. I have a lot of good stuff. Hi, Anna. Hello, everybody. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. There are a lot of you that I've actually never met before, which is so exciting. I love that so much. And so for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kim Salter. I'm owner of Design Thought Studio in Nashville, Tennessee. I am an EFT practitioner, and I've been an EFT practitioner for 7 years, and I'm also an intuitive guide and one-on-one coach. So I decided to create this free masterclass because so many of my clients and myself even over the course of the last year or longer have reached out to me or commented to me or asked for my help and guidance because most of us have been isolated with either our families or by ourselves, and we've connected more with our families. There's two stories that happen. Connected more than ever with our families and disconnected with self, or completely disconnected. Now, there are definitely those of you who have connected more with self and with family, and you're in full alignment. This probably isn't the masterclass for you, although there's a lot of information in here. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Donna. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about lovingly partnering back with our bodies. And this is really important because when we are disconnected from our body, most of the time we are disconnected by the other two, which is mind and soul, right? Our soul, our spirit is always there. Mind and body play a part in connecting to that. So we're going to get started and we're going to talk today about what body codes even are. First, we're going to do a quick visualization. And for those of you catching this on the replay, hello. This is going to be up until May 1st, so you can feel free to pop in and rewatch. And after the videos are done and posted, I'm going to give you a timeline of when the tapping session starts so you don't have to rewatch everything. Okay, so go ahead, and those of you who are here, and even if you're watching on the replay, I want you to take a moment, and if you can, put your feet on the ground, really allow yourself to get grounded. I'm barefoot right now, and although I have this pretty top on, I have yoga pants on the bottom. Welcome to 2021. And so just let yourself get really, really comfortable because this is about dropping back into our body. Okay? Just a quick sound check, just with an emoji. Let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. All right? We're going to check that real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and drop into just a little bit of visioning. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So just for a moment, I want you to go ahead and allow yourself to get settled in. Go ahead, put both feet on the floor. Thank you. And close your eyes for a moment. If you feel comfortable, go ahead and put your hands over your heart. Take a long, deep breath in. Good. And with eyes closed, I want you to, for a moment, just envision what it would feel like to be in a large circle with about 100 people. That's how many of you signed up for this free masterclass. And although there's about 50 of you in this particular group, the energy is going out to every single person that registered. So deep breath in, just imagining that you're sitting knee to knee with energetically vibrational, balance beings. And just for a moment, I want you to set an intention for yourself to bring your head and your heart and your soul all together into one big, beautiful, bright light at your belly button. Breathe there for a moment, imagining that bright light at your belly. And exhale. Good. And on your next inhale, I want you to watch as that light spreads throughout your whole body. And on your next exhale, release it. Good. And you can open your eyes when you're ready. Beautiful. Okay, so throughout this whole talk, we're going to talk and tap for about 30 minutes, and then I'm going to jump into talking and telling you about the course. But first, I want to talk about body codes and what that even means. So some of you, when you filled out the questionnaire, I asked the question, do you know about tapping? Do you know about EFT? It was literally right down the middle. About 50% of you had heard of or tapped a little, and the other 50%, this was the first time you're hearing about it, or you know very, very little about it. You've never researched it, you've heard the word before. Now I have a very small, beautiful, intimate group of you who are my personal clients, and you know it in and out, and I'm so grateful for you to be here and holding space for the others who haven't moved through this. So let's talk about body codes. So our entire body is such a miracle, as you all know. It is filled with a circuit system that allows energy to flow from one part to a next. In EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, we call this circuit system our Meridian System. And so for every point that we touch on our body with tapping, and I'm going to go through those in a moment, we are connecting into a certain point in our Meridian System. So here's the scientific speak. Whenever we experience trauma, whether it's what we would consider big trauma or small trauma, our amygdala flips, right? That's our fight or flight response, and an energetic burst goes into our circuit system and creates a block. Now you can imagine, even on just a daily basis, how many times our circuit system creates a block. A lot of times, the little tiny ones, or what we would consider little tiny ones, we can breathe through. That's like if somebody cuts you off, right? You're like, okay. We breathe through it, and a lot of times our meridian system remains open. But for some of what we would consider the bigger ones, our meridian system remains blocked. Within those energetic blocks that are in our meridian system is where our codes lie. These are energetic codes that are directly connected to the blocks within our meridian system. Why do we want our meridian system open? Because when our meridian system is open, our energy flows freely. And when our energy flows freely, that means we can connect our head, right, which is the why, to our heart, which is the how, and then to our body, our physical body, which is like a GPS. It's our mapping system. So our head, our heart, and our physical body work well together. So just for a moment, before we even dive in, to some of the deeper stuff, I want you to take a check of your body, of your physical body. Take a quick scan and see if you feel energy stop somewhere. And if you've never done this work before, that's okay. Just see if there's any place in your body that feels stiff or a little bit uncomfortable, a little pinchy. It might even be just a headache, or maybe you're hungry. You might have a little bit of lower back pain. Let me know if you feel anything within your physical body. Let's just check in quick and see. Right now, I have been moving through 3 months of, excuse me, lower back pain. I'm gonna just ask you guys quick also. You hear that I'm coughing. This isn't mine. I'm wondering if anyone that's on here live is dealing with a sore throat or dealing with neck pain. Okay, dealing with neck pain, yes, or dealing with a cold or congestion. I'm just interested to see that. We're gonna clear that in just a minute. And you have menstrual cramps. Okay, inflammation. Your jaw, okay. Right hip. An IT band, I'm with you. Okay, we're gonna quickly do a clearing on this just for a moment. I want you to, for a moment, give that pain or that discomfort a number between 1 and 10. 1 being the lowest discomfort, congestion from allergies, okay. 1 being the lowest discomfort, 10 being the highest. 10 being, this is so crucial that I get this taken care of. Nervousness and stomach, yes, I feel that. Okay, get that number. Put it in the comments for a minute. What is that number? What number goes along with your jaw or your neck pain or your menstrual cramps? Let's give it a number so we can see if we can clear it just very, very quickly, okay? I'm gonna teach you a very, very quick way to reset body codes. Donna says an 8, yes. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. As you jump into those numbers, as you feel those numbers, I want you to just to notice, we're gonna do a very, very quick session, very quick. This is a fast one. That's not even planned, but I want you to try it, okay? So close your eyes for a moment, take a long, deep breath in and notice the number that you gave it. And exhale. Good. And we're gonna start very quickly on your side of hand point. And I'm gonna get to this in just a minute. I know some of you have never tapped before, so this is something that you probably have not tried before, but we're gonna go ahead and jump right in and be very quick about this quick one, okay? So tap on the side of your hand. It can be either hand, and you can tap as light or as hard as you want to. It doesn't need to be that hard. And just repeat after me. Even though I'm noticing this discomfort, I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself. Good. Even though I'm noticing this discomfort in my body and it's really irritating, it's okay. I'm going to look at it closer. One more time. Even though I'm noticing this discomfort in my body, it feels like it's been here for a while. Or maybe it hasn't been here that long. I'm going to send some love to that space right now. And I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself. Good. Take a deep breath in and release. Some of you might be feeling some tingling in your hand. Totally normal. We're going to start right here at the inside of our eyebrow. That is the first point. Just tap along with me and you're going to repeat what I say, okay? Noticing this discomfort. Why is my body holding on to this? Noticing that I have some pain and discomfort, and noticing where I've stuck that pain and discomfort. It's probably connected to something else, but right now I'm just focused on the physical pain. It's safe for me to release this under your arm. It's okay if I release this pain. Top of your head. Keep going. Inside your eyebrow. It's also okay if I learn a little bit more about it. Allowing myself to release what I need to It's safe to relax that space. It's safe to relax that part of my body. I am safe and connected. I am safe and connected. I am understood and loved. I'm ready to understand my body more. Good. Now take a long, deep breath in and exhale. Good. And rate your pain again. Now this was a very, very short session, so you may only see 0.25 of difference, or you might not see any difference. That's okay. But just jumping in with no basis at all, you can start to see that there's some movement. At least some of you will. So I want to hear from you and see if you had any movement with that. That is the whole point of learning EFT, learning emotional freedom technique. So in the moments that you have physical pain, emotional pain, or even that you feel triggered, Donna, yes, went from an 8 to a 5. That's amazing. 3 points. Robin says almost gone. Patricia, a 5, right? Even just in that small down 3 from a 7. And this just shows you the power of tapping into our energy system. Less for sure, a 4. Yeah. I just want to add here, sometimes it will jump up a little bit. And it's because you've tapped into something that needs a little bit further work. But a lot of times it will just lessen the pain that you're feeling. And that is just mind-blowing to me that not everybody has this tool in their back pocket. Because if we all, and this is why I even brought this masterclass to fruition, if all of you could have this tool whenever you needed it, you could move through some of the things that feel super heavy a lot quicker without bypassing them, right? And that's the point. We want our Meridian system open so we can feel more connected and more in tune. Does that make sense to you guys? Let me know if you have any questions. I'm sort of trying not to read, but also if you have questions, just type question and then tell me what the question is so I can go back and answer it. So one of the things that we hear all the time and people talk about is how our mind, body, soul is all connected. And it's really important to understand what this actually means. I talked a little bit about it when I talked about the head, heart, physical body connection. But another way to look at it is as if our physical body is like a TV screen, right? Or a screen on a tablet or a screen on your phone. It's just the screen. But the signal that it gets is what's going to show up. So anytime we feel physical, emotional, or mental discomfort in our physical body, right? Physical, emotional, or mental, if it starts to show up in our physical body, we already know for sure that it's getting a signal from somewhere else. And we know that because it's showing up in our physical body. So in tapping, when we tap through body codes, and you'll learn more about this if you decide to do the course, but when we tap into our body codes, we start with the physical because it's right there, right? If you have a sore neck, I'll take from Patricia who's in here, you can feel it. It's right there. It's easy to access. You can feel around. You can say, ooh, my neck is sore. Yeah, physical pain. Yep. Let's tap on that. Let's release as much discomfort as possible. The next level goes into headspace. The next level goes into the patternings we bring with us all the way back through ancestry, and that leads us to power codes. Some of you who have worked with me before have heard this idea around being able to be fully connected to self when we are able to allow and accept what power is. Because what we need is personal power to be able to be activated enough to be in alignment. And in order to access your full personal power, we have to look at the coding we were given. Is everyone with me still? The coding we were given around what power means. So for a moment, we just did physical. I want you to think about what you have been taught about power. Powerful people, a person in power, power in general. And if you notice any resistance, if you were given a blueprint, if you were given a story that says powerful people are anything negative, right? Powerful people take advantage, or powerful people do whatever they can to make money, or powerful people like to dictate, right? Anything that you have learned with a negative vibration around powerful people, I want to hear about it in the comments if you feel called to share. Because one thing that I have seen over and over and over again, and I also had to reprint my coding, is that people hold a specific idea around what powerful people, the term powerful person or powerful people mean. But when we switch it to that person is so empowered, it feels softer. It feels more nurturing. So I want to hear from you guys what your connection to power is. Some of you have done this work with me already, but it's an important piece of this because in order to fully connect into your own personal power, we have to clear all the blocks that take us from getting there, right? And so I'll wait for you guys to list some of the ways that you, some of the beliefs that you have about power. But in the meantime, I'll tell you some that have come up in the past. I mentioned a few already, but that idea that powerful people are bad. Powerful people can be cruel. Powerful people are egotistical. It gets in their head and they get out of control, right? So some of these things we witnessed, right? This isn't all just from a belief pattern that was given to us, but we've witnessed it. However, whenever we hold on to that vibration, we are putting a block in between us and our own personal power. So this isn't judgment at all. This is, let's look at what our belief system is and see what we're carrying with us so we can then clear it out, reframe, get a different perspective, and re-imprint for how we want to be when we are empowered, when we are in our power. Does that make sense to you guys? You're following along? Yeah, you got it. You got it. Because what we know is that we're all meant to shine our brightest light. You've heard that a million times before. What we also know is when we get close to our brightest light, it can feel very scary. When we get close to being aligned with our personal power, all these different things can come in that say, ooh, don't show up too fully. You're going to offend people. Ooh, don't take that big leap. You might fail. Or the opposite. Ooh, if you take that big leap, you might succeed and more people are going to see you, which opens you up to more judgment, right? We're going to address all of those things within the modules in the course. But for today, we're talking about personal power. Yes, thank you guys for sharing. So we are going to go into a full tapping session around personal power. But before we jump into that, we've already done a mini session. I want to talk for a moment about the fact that EFT is energy work, right? I already explained to you the energy system, the Meridian System, and the circuit system within our bodies that carries a charge. It carries a vibration. And so when we do tapping, what we're doing is we're retraining our amygdala out of that fight or flight. We're opening up our energy superhighway, and we're doing that by releasing energy, okay? So it doesn't take away memories, but it takes away the charge of a memory. So how many of you in here can remember or think about an instant in your life, an experience of your life, and still get heart palpitations, still remember what it felt like in the moment? If you can still recall deep details and your body still has a reaction to it, then that's the perfect place to tap through. Now, we're not going to get super deep in these 3 live classes because we don't have the space for it. But we're going to have live sessions in the course that we'll get a little bit deeper in. But this gives you an idea, and it's going to arm you, like I said a little bit earlier, with the tool of tapping so you can use it on your own. On Thursday, which is our last live class, I'm going to teach you a couple of shortcuts with the Meridian systems on how to clear specific emotions like resentment and anger and betrayal and a lot of the real juicy ones that can pop up at any moment. There's very, very, very quick shortcuts that you can do just by using your pressure points to release it. So that feels very exciting. Okay. So the reason I want you to know that this is energy work is because your body reacts to it. So when you're done with this session, this live session, I want you to make sure that you're drinking a lot of water today. We have to refuel our energy system, and our energy system works best when it's hydrated. We already know that, but work at it today. Make sure you have a lot of water. Otherwise, you can feel hungover, headache, stuffy head, that type of thing, because you're moving energy. Okay, if at any point you feel tingling or lightheadedness, just make sure your feet are on the ground, reset, take a deep breath in, and jump back in. This can't harm you, okay? This can only open up your system. So I want to just check in quick. Do you guys have any questions before we get started? Any questions at all before we get started? No? Okay. So you already watched me, and some of you tapped along with me, the mini session. And now we're going to go into the full session. And the full session is probably only going to take about 10 minutes. So I want you to have a time check there, just about 10 minutes. And when that's done, then I'll talk more about the course, and I'll let you guys go if you don't want to hear about the course. So many memories like that, Massey says, yes. So this is a really, really good tool for you. Okay, so we're going to use, I'm going to use a script based on client experience around power coding. And some of you wrote some stuff already that I'm going to actually bring into it too. The powerful people can be cruel. Powerful people are egotistical, and it gets in their head and they can get out of control. And then we're going to re-imprint. We're going to imprint a new code around how we want to feel. So before we get started, there's 15 of you here right now. And even if you're watching this on the replay, I want to hear from you with a comment. How do you want to feel when you are in your personal power? And when you are in your most powerful state, when you are the most empowered, how do you want to feel? What do you want that to feel like? We're going to bring that in. Robin says, always taught, perhaps drilled into me, that you should always be humble. For me, that is the conflict with power. Yes, always be humble, right? So we'll bring that into, because you can be, you know this, Robin, but we're going to bring it into tapping too, that you can be in your personal power and still be humble, right? Humble does not mean letting people walk all over you. You can be in your personal power with very strong boundaries and still have compassion and humility. Calm and confident, peaceful, free. I love the word free. I want to be free, loving, and nurturing. Yes. Yes. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. Keep them coming in. We'll add them in at the end when we start to uplift. With tapping, we always deep dive and then we uplift at the end, okay? So go ahead and take a long, deep breath in. And exhale. Good. And we always start with our side of hand setup statement. And for this longer session, the setup statement is going to sound like this. Even though I question my idea around power, I'm ready to learn more. Okay? And then we'll go from there. So go ahead and start tapping on your side of hand. Again, this can be either hand, any hand that you have. And just repeat after me. Even though I'm questioning what I might feel about power, I'm ready to evoke my own. And I'm ready to learn more. Good. 2 more times. Even though I was taught different things about power and what it means to be powerful, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm wondering if I can be powerful and humble, I deeply and completely love and accept where I'm at. Good. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Good. So the next space that we move into is the most pressing issue. And so we always call out the issue and we call it out over and over on each point. I'm going to lead you through every single point. And for this, the issue is going to be curious about power. Okay, so go ahead and start at the inside of your eyebrow and repeat after me. I'm curious about power. Good. Side of your eye. I'm curious about my belief around power. Good. I'm wondering about my belief. Good. About powerful people. All this curiosity about power. Collarbones. Holding myself back from being my most powerful. Good. Under your arm, like at your bra strap if you wear a bra. I'm noticing my conflict here. Top of head. I believe in empowerment, but I question power. Good. I want you to take a long, deep breath in and exhale. Good. We're going to jump into the next phase, which is where we're going to talk about some of the beliefs around power. Okay? Let me know if you have questions or if you need to stop. Just put it into the comments. So go ahead and start back here at the inside of your eyebrow. I have a belief system around power, specifically people in power. I have a belief that when people are in power, they take advantage of others, or they like to be in control. Collarbones. I'm noticing that I have an aversion to people who know they're powerful. Good. Top ahead. I have fear that I'll be taken advantage of. Good. Take a long, deep breath in and release. Good. How does that feel so far? Let me know if anything else is popping up for you and we'll add it in, okay? We're going to do one more round of diving down deep and then we're going to bring it up, okay? We're going to raise the vibration. Start to notice if anything that I'm saying is making you stop or if you're feeling it or if it's bringing back a memory, and just take note of it, okay? So go ahead and start here. I have a belief that powerful people can be cruel. Good. Side of eye. I want to be in my own power, but I don't want to be egotistical. I'm ready to ignite my personal power and bring on the belief that I can be in my power and still be kind. I can learn what my personal power is. Keep going. Good. Inside your eyebrow. And not be egotistical. What if I get so much power that I change? What if I become a different version of myself? Am I ready for a different version of myself? I'm ready to look at all the areas of personal power. I'm going to allow myself to look at best case scenario. Shifting into best case scenario now. Good. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Good. Okay. We're going to move into rising up, raising the vibration. Okay? Good. Here we go. I'm noticing that my best case scenario, when I tune into my personal power, is that I feel completely free. That I feel safe. that I can stand in my power and still be loving and generous. I'm noticing that in order for me to be balanced, I have to be in my power. Good. One more deep breath in and exhale. One more quick round. Here we go, and then we'll be done. It is safe to be in my power. It is so safe for me to be in my own personal power. Alignment is meant for me. I am powerful and kind, compassionate and loving, humble and sweet, and very clear on my healthy boundaries. I am standing in my personal power, and I am safe. Good. Take a long, deep breath in and exhale. Good. So check in for a moment. How did that feel? Was anything brought up for you? Remember, this is a shortened version for sure, but I want you to take note, and we'll touch on it a little bit tomorrow, but I want you to take note if anything came up for you that you weren't expecting, or if you noticed a new resistance or a new freedom. These are all the things that tapping can do for us. And one of the things that I want to leave you with before I jump into the information about the new course called Body Codes is that at any moment during the day, if you notice anything physical within your body, or if you notice that you're triggered by someone else, or if you're triggered by an experience or an old memory that comes up, creates some sort of physical discomfort, in that moment, I want you to tap on the side of your hand and just call out what's happening. It's called real-time tapping. It's calling out exactly how you're feeling without it having to be perfect. So let's say for some reason you hear a song and it takes you back to a memory of a really awful experience, and you start having shortness of breath. You're out of your power. You've just given all your energy to that experience. I want you to stop what you're doing and start tapping on the side of your hand. The side of hand point is very powerful. And take a deep breath in and literally call out what you're feeling and what you're seeing. And if you don't know what to do, you can literally just start with, I'm going to do an example here. Let's say shortness of breath and tingling, let's say. I don't even know what to say here, but I'm noticing physically what this memory is doing. I'm noticing a shortness of breath. I'm feeling like my vision is getting blurry. I'm noticing this tingling in my body. As I look around me, I notice my computer is open. I notice that the sun is shining. I notice that I still have a shortness of breath. Okay, taking a deep breath now. Noticing that I'm ready to bring my power back, bringing the energy back from that memory. Bringing the energy back. I am safe. Okay? Does that make sense to you guys? So you can use this in a moment. You can use it in a moment. And even if you get nothing else out of this whole live 3-day masterclass, take that little nugget with you, because when you start to remember that our brain, our heart, and our physical body are all connected, and remember the analogy of the TV set, right? That our physical body is only showing us what the signal is that it's being given. So if the physical body is having shortness of breath, we want to see what the signal is. But a lot of times when you're in the moment, you can't get to the signal just yet. You just have to remove some of the layers, and we do that by real-time tapping. Okay? Any questions? Any comments? How did that feel for you guys? Oops, I want to hear from you. Are you guys still here? Thank you for sharing. Thank you guys for anyone who's here still. for some reason, because it's Facebook Live, I can't for sure see who's still here. But I'm going to jump into talking about the course. And okay, there you are. I just saw it come back. Okay, thank you guys for doing this tapping session with me. Kelsey, hi, I didn't even see you. So I want to hear about how that felt for your body, how that last tapping session felt for your body. We're going to be back here tomorrow, and I'll post again the time frame tomorrow at 1 o'clock Central. Okay, so we'll be back here at 1 o'clock Central, and tomorrow is a big one. We are talking about our attachment to allowing ego to have us keep layers on our body. So this is going to be physical and mental layers. And so we're going to touch on that very, very briefly, but we're going to be doing a tapping session on releasing layers. Okay. So for those of you who are done here today, thank you for being here. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully, or if you're on the replay, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow live. And now we're going to talk about body codes, the course. So this course is starting on May 17th, which is a Monday. I'm going to open up my page here. And it is going to be a 3-week course with 3 modules, and it's going to be go at your own pace, but I am offering 3 live EFT tapping sessions. So if you guys are interested in this, we are starting on May 18th, which is Monday. It's not open until then, but we're going to be going into much, much, much deeper and more detailed layers of releasing and re-imprinting these body codes that we hold on to. You guys saw at the beginning, the tagline is lovingly reconnect with body. And that feels so nurturing, and so many of you and me are at that point to want to lovingly reconnect with our body. Once you sign up for this course, you have infinite access to it. So please don't worry. I get this question all the time with all my courses. What if you start and something happens and you don't finish? Come back to it. Come back to it when you can. The live sessions are going to be recorded, and I want to talk to you about what this is going to include. So module 1 is called the codes that we hold, and we're going to be talking about our energy system, re-imprinting power codes. You're welcome. And our ancestor codes and the power of history. That is such a juicy, deep section of this course about talking and learning about how the codes from our ancestors, the wounds from our ancestors that weren't healed, come into our present moment and how to clear those. So that alone is so powerful. Module 2 is called body protection. This is where we're going to talk about how the ego protects us physically and emotionally. And I give you an EFT script, and I take you through a live session on how to fully release the attachment to that. And what starts to happen is layers start to shed. Yes, physical, but also emotional layers that keep us held back. Okay. We're also talking about releasing attachment to the physical layers, which I just mentioned, which is, quote unquote weight, but it's deeper than that. It's deeper than like losing weight. It's the connection between the layers that we hold, the emotional and mental layers that we hold to keep us protected in the physical. Okay, we're going to talk about that. EFT for illness and pain, igniting physical magnetism, how to magnetize in, right? There's so much here, you guys. I can't wait for you to do it. Module 3 is lovingly partnering, body partnering. We're going to be talking about igniting the feminine and masculine codes within each one of us. We know, maybe you don't, but we have to learn to balance the masculine and feminine. And we're going to be doing a tapping session that will do just that. It's going to even us out. It's going to evoke both masculine and feminine. It's going to re-imprint codes in our body that we need to feel completely activated and comfortable and safe in both masculine and feminine. We're going to talk about our mind, body, soul compass. And then we are going to move through, of course, my computer just died. We're going to move through a body layer intention in present moment ritual. So that is the course. There's going to be 3 live tapping sessions. And then also you get access to a full library of EFT scripts. There's over 20 scripts in there. You also get access to a full library of EFT video sessions. There's 15 in there. And then also full access to a full guided meditation library. And there's going to be 10 to 15 guided meditations in there. Right now there's 10, but I keep wanting to add more and more. So I'm going to cap it at 15. So anyway, there's going to be between 10 and 15 that you have full access to. So this is really a beautiful, beautiful, intentional tapping toolbox to help you reconnect with your body. So if you want more information on that, just drop it in the comments. You're going to see a link go up in just a minute that you can tune into it. There is special pricing until May 1st, and it's only for you guys. It's only for the Facebook group. And that price is $555 one time, or you can split it up into 2 payments. If you don't purchase this course now, it's okay. Every single day you're going to get enough information to really know how to use tapping as a tool. That's my intention. If you wait until after May 1st, the price goes up to $777. Okay, so if this is something you feel called to, know that there is a payment plan for you guys that lasts until May 1st, or you can get the discounted price of $555. And again, there's 3 1-hour tapping sessions that's included in that, group tapping sessions on a Zoom call. So that's included in this full course. All right, friends, thank you all so much for being here. Christina, you cried. Yes, Tracy feels grounded. You feel very calming. And I will be back here tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central, and I can't wait to see you all here. Thank you. Bye-bye.